I really am. I'm feeling a
What's
little
up, y'all?
inside.
Stop it.
What's up? I'm Carrie.
And I'm Dee Dee.
What's
That's
happening,
it.
y'all?
Thank you. Hi.
So, last night we watched Whitney Houston's mom, Cissy Houston. So last night we watched Whitney Houston's mom, Cissy Houston, talk to Oprah about Whitney Houston and her life.
Mm-hmm.
I have found Cissy very entertaining and fun. Even though she was a little cold, she was herself, and that's the one thing you have to love about people of the older level of person. Because this woman, when Oprah asked her if it was fine, if she would have been fine with Whitney being a lesbian, she said no. She said no as if, you know, the popular culture that we are living in right now doesn't think that, you know, it's fine for her to say that. But she said no, like, I have my own opinion about life, and I choose to say no. I wouldn't have wanted her to have been in a lesbian relationship.
But then, you know, and she from the old school.
Yeah,
because
she also said she didn't like Bobby. So it's...
Well, she, you know, the thing I took away that I got from this interview was the fact, you know, that she seemed to be clear about her thoughts, because they were her thoughts and what she thought about Whitney and, you know, Whitney's marriage and Bobby and everything. So, you know, she was pretty straightforward and answered the question, seemed truthfully to me, you know, because at first I was wondering, you know, what she was going to say and if it was going to be a lot of BS. But she actually just came out and said how she felt. She was real clear and real, you know, clear on how she felt and, you know, about everything, about the drugs, about, you know, Whitney's relationship with her. Was that her ex-manager, or who was the woman?
Ex-assistant,
assistant, yeah. And just everything. So overall, I thought the interview was pretty good, you know. The one thing that I was concerned about was, you know, how she was going to talk about Bobby as far as the drug situation. Because, you know, for years, a lot of people thought that Bobby is the one that put Whitney on the drugs. But it's, you know, they cleared that up and said no. And come to find out, her brother was the one who introduced her to drugs.
In the 80s.
In the 80s. So it is clear that she was on drugs way before she met Bobby Brown. And that was something a lot of people didn't know. And a lot of people, you know, have been speculating about for years, that when she met Bobby Brown, you know, because he had this bad boy image, and because he was probably doing drugs, and he put her on the drugs, and he did not put her on drugs. She was already on drugs way before she even met him, you know, via her brother, you know. So that's the thing that I wanted to hear, because I, you know, wanted to make sure that, you know, they said the truth, you know, that they wasn't going to lie and just try to blame everything on Bobby.
Yeah,
so that was my whole thing. That was the one
thing that she was worried about.
Yeah,
I just wanted to hear what the woman had to say. I wanted to hear how she felt about her daughter.
Yeah,
and everything, because I kind of knew. Because my mother was an older lady, and I know the dynamics of an older lady, and I kind of wanted to hear how she would respond to Oprah and her new age thinking and her new age way of trying to make people see things. And this woman was straight old school. She was very blunt. Ask her a question, yes or no, and if you want her to elaborate, you got to ask. You know, I loved it. I love the whole interview.
And just, you know, thinking she's just a mother. You know, she's speaking. She don't sound like she's been affected by anything.
And she wasn't
just
lying
who
for
she is, and saying, and that's another thing. She wasn't lying and covering up for her. She was saying she didn't like how she looked at that award show. What award show that was?
Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary.
When Whitney came out so bony, she said she wanted to kill her. Because she didn't, you know, and you as a parent, if you know that you see your child, you see that they're in trouble, you see that they're going through this. I mean, the way she said she felt is probably how most of us would feel. You can't, like she said, she was a grown woman. She gonna, you know, do what she want to do, but that don't mean you like it, you know. And she did not cover up for her. She pretty much. Because that's what I want to see, if it was going to be like a fluff piece, like where she just cover up and act like she didn't know nothing, that she didn't see nothing. No, she did not. The lady, you know, said it like it was. And I thought the interview was good. I thought, you know,
it was totally
especially because the brother came out and said he didn't want to introduce her to them drugs. and you know, all of that. And you know, the mother made it clear that she was not thrilled with, you know, her get with Bobby Brown, which I mean, who
Every
would
mother's gonna
if
be
you
that
if you
way.
feel like, you know, your daughter is not getting, you know, she could do better, you gonna feel like that, you know. And I'm just happy that she came out and didn't lie and sugarcoat it and said how she really felt, you know, cause that I mean, that's the way you do it. You don't lie and sugarcoat, you know. Say what it really was, you know, and that's it.
But
So
all in all, I thought it was a very good interview.
yeah,
It didn't last long enough for me, but
no,
I
it was.
realized
I think it was just right.
that lady didn't have a whole lot of time for Oprah.
Yeah.
But Oprah really did look funny when she said, would it have been okay if she was in a
If she was,
lesbian relationship? And
and
she
she
said,
said no.
no.
And she did look a little funny, but you know what? Look, you gotta respect a person's feelings, especially when they're telling you their true feelings. Everybody is not going to, just because something becomes popular, everybody's not going to
Feed in.
yeah, or jump on that bandwagon. Mm-hmm. And I think it's better to just keep it real, be real with how you really feel. Don't just do something because it's popular or because you feel, you know, but if she wasn't okay with it, that's her right to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't condemn her or, you know, say she's wrong. That's her feelings. That's her. That's how she feels. Just like I don't want nobody to tell me how to feel about something. I don't want you to tell me, you know, how I should feel, how I should not feel about something. So that's her feelings, you know. And Oprah looked funny, but what could you say? That's how she feel. That's how she feel. You gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. So yeah, it was a pretty good interview.
It was a very good interview, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we have for you today. Talk to you later.
Yes. Bye bye.
And talk to the hand.